Welcome in to Radio-ish EBM, where questions get sharp and answers take shape, one idea at a time. Let's begin.
Imagine your body's waste disposal system suddenly breaking, right? Like running in reverse and just flooding your digestive tract with toxic fertilizer.
Oh man, what a visual.
Yeah, it's grim. But welcome to our deep dive into a 2019 scientific review on chronic kidney disease, or CKD, and the gut microbiome. Our mission today is to uncover how kidney failure actually actively transforms your gut into a toxic wasteland.
And why understanding this loop is so crucial for your overall health.
Exactly. Okay, let's unpack this.
This is Radio EBM.
We all know you have, about 100 trillion bacteria living inside your GI tract right now. But this review highlights what happens when that massive ecosystem just gets completely hijacked.
Yeah, hijacked is the perfect word for it, because normally, that ecosystem runs smoothly. You have bacterial families that take the plant fibers you eat and they ferment them into beneficial short-chain fatty acids.
Like butyrate, right?
Exactly, butyrate. And that butyrate essentially feeds and protects the lining of your colon.
But with CKD, that whole system just derails. Because as the kidneys fail, urea actually builds up in the bloodstream and leaks into the gut through your GI secretions, which, it's like you have this peaceful garden and someone just dumps toxic fertilizer all over it.
Right, and then the weeds just totally take over, because what thrives on that fertilizer are these specific urease-producing bacteria.
Yeah.
They convert that dump urea straight into ammonia.
Oh, wow. So just a massive spike in ammonia then.
Yeah, a huge spike. And that sparks a massive overgrowth of those specific microbes. So they switch from fermenting fiber, which is good, to feeding on dietary proteins. And that churns out these uremic toxins.
Right. The review mentioned pedicancel and indoxyl sulfate.
Yes, exactly, those two. And they are nasty.
And I'm stuck on something here, though, because the gut has a really thick mucosal barrier. So even if these new toxins are floating around inside the colon, how are they actually getting through to the bloodstream? Like, how do they hit the kidneys a second time?
Well, they don't just sneak through. They actively dismantle the gates. These toxins break down structural proteins in the gut wall called tight junctions.
Okay, like Claudin 1, right?
Yeah, Claudin 1. If you think of Claudin 1 as like the teeth of a waterproof zipper that keeps the gut barrier sealed, the uremic toxins basically break those teeth.
Oh, man. So the zipper just pulls apart.
Exactly. The zipper pulls apart, and now you have a leaky gut.
Wait, so just to be clear, the failing kidney poisons the gut, the bacteria mutate, they break the zipper, and then they flood those exact same toxins back into the blood to destroy the kidney even faster.
It is a totally devastating positive feedback loop, and honestly, it doesn't even stop at the kidneys.
Right, because it goes systemic.
Yeah. Those gut-derived toxins like indoxyl sulfate, they bind so tightly to proteins in your blood that they can't be easily filtered out anyway, so they travel straight to the heart where they trigger fibrosis.
Which is basically scarring the cardiovascular tissue, right?
Exactly, and they also interfere with cellular signaling, which drives massive inflammation and insulin resistance.
Wow. So if these specific urea-eating bacteria are causing systemic failure across the heart and the kidneys, how do we target them? Because you can't just guess which ones went rogue in a sea of 100 trillion.
No, you definitely can't, which is why scientists had to move beyond just looking at the bacteria's DNA. Studying DNA metagenomics only tells us what bacteria are present and, what they could theoretically do.
Right, it's just a blueprint.
Exactly. So instead, researchers are using metaproteomics. This lets them analyze the actual proteins these bacteria are producing in real time.
Oh, so it reveals exactly which microbes are actively churning out the toxins, not just which ones have the genetic potential to do it.
Spot on. But knowing who the culprits are is really just step one.
Right, because the study shows standard probiotics don't really work well in this highly toxic environment, do they? If you can't just swallow a pill of good bacteria and expect them to survive the toxic fertilizer, how do you fix the environment first?
You basically have to starve the weeds and feed the good plants. The research really points to dietary interventions, specifically increasing resistant starches.
Because those bypass normal digestion, right? They reach the colon intact.
Exactly. They reach the colon to boost those protective short-chain fatty acids we mentioned earlier. And there's even research into using drugs like a carbose.
Oh, right. A carbose blocks certain digestive enzymes.
Yeah, so that even more starches safely bypass the small intestine and reach the colon. just to feed those beneficial bacteria.
That is so fascinating. So the main takeaway for you listening is really that your body's systems are never isolated. I mean, a struggling kidney doesn't just quietly fail on its own. It actively rewires your entire gut ecosystem.
Yeah, and then that ecosystem turns around and accelerates the damage everywhere else.
Exactly. But, we're talking about complex drugs and resistant starches to fix this. But the research actually leaves us with a much simpler, kind of provocative thought about our daily habits.
Oh, definitely. The scientists noted that just a high-salt diet alone can wipe out beneficial lactobacillus gut bacteria.
It really makes you wonder, could the way you passively season your food today be quietly altering your microbiome, like dictating the survival of your kidneys decades down the line? Definitely keep that in mind next time you reach for the salt shaker.
This is Radio EBM.